Hi, my name is Robert Chartier. I'm the broker and the owner of the Chartier Realty Group. DRV license 01173785. When people have asked me, investors or other agents have asked me, gee, Robert, how do you know so much about flipping homes? What you seem to have the formula down, and everyone that's you've flipped homes with have done really well as far as their percentage or their spread on the flip of the property. Like, what's your secret, right? That's always the question everybody has when someone's really successful at doing something, and it's known. What's your secret? Well, I'm going to let you in a little secret. And here's my secret. I'm 56 years old. I grew up in a family of carpenters, contractors. My grandfather was a contractor. Back in the early 1900s, late 1800s. I go back a couple years in this business. By the time I was 16 years old, just so people understand, it was 1972. I had more skill and more experience in flipping homes than most agents in the market have today in this business. And the reason is, all of my family, I have, my dad, plus 6 of his brothers, again, contractors and painters and all types of craftsmen, they were all flipping homes. So I grew up in the 60s and 70s with an entire, group or family of people that were flipping homes. Flipping homes is nothing new to me. I've been doing it, technically speaking, I've been flipping homes for over 40 years now. Because by the time, it's more than that, because by the time I was a 16-year-old young man, I could tell you inside and out, forwards and backwards, upside down, all day long, blindfolded, how to flip a house and how to make money on them. And how to make money every single time, never lose a dime. Now, the fact that I can do that today should be of no shock to you. My average investor makes between, and I'm not an investment consult, I do not have a license for investments. I only do real estate, so my license is just for real estate, but and I'm a broker directly. But my investors, based upon their feedback to me after they have closed their sale, net between 12 and 20% on 120-day turns. And that's exactly what it should be. That was the same back in the late 60s and early 70s. As a matter of fact, the dollar amount was quite a bit different, as you can imagine. The materials that we have now are wildly better, higher quality than they had back then. But aside from that, those percentages haven't changed at all. And technically speaking, those percentages actually were worth more money in those dollars in those days than they are now. So people, even making the same percentages, were making much more money because of the higher value of the dollar back in the 60s and 70s. So that's my story in a nutshell. So when an investor comes to me, we have a discussion about their tolerance and how they want to do the business. I have a plug-in system. My system is a fail-safe as far as the whole process from A to Z. A, I find the property. B, I select the contractor directly that's going to do that work that I know knows how to do that property. C, I supervise that along with the supervisor and the contractor to make sure it's going to happen. And most importantly, we get that property back on the market, up, ready, and going on its legs with a brand new facelift. Usually it's a brand new roof, but if not a brand new roof, everything else in the house is brand new in 90 to 120 days. That's what we do. I do it like clockwork all the time. To me, it's pretty simple. I can do it again blindfolded, hanging by one leg on the ceiling. It's so simple to me. On such autopilot because I grew up with it. So now you know the secret of why Robert Chartier is so good working with investors flipping these homes. Robert's been doing it for over 40 years, and that was back in Massachusetts, where I learned to cut my bones how to do this business. So all this new craze the last 2, 3, 4 years of people flipping homes and becoming so popular. Well, it's become easier because there were so many homes to flip and so many properties available. But I've been doing it for over 40 years. I mean, I've always been flipping homes. I made a living exclusively flipping homes, and a good living, from 1993 to 1979. 1979 to 1993. 1979 to 1993, I was flipping homes. I came to San Diego, and what do you think I was doing? I knew I just had to learn the market. It took me about a week. After I figured the market, I saw what was going on. Bang! I came to San Diego from Massachusetts. I plugged right in, and that formula's still cranking. I still do it today. I do it in some other states, though. Some other states I can buy like 2 or 3 houses to each one I can buy here in San Diego. So I'm doing it in other states now. But I'm just trying to explain. I've been flipping homes for over 40 years. So if you want to speak to someone that's cut their teeth and grew up in the business, that really truly knows what they're doing from being trained. I mean, technically, I started flipping homes with my uncles and everything when I was really cognitively aware of what was going on in the world and how my family was making money. I started when I was 10 years old. That's 46 years ago. So that's the reason why I'm one of the top home flippers as far as the quality and the ratios and the numbers and being able to nail these homes anywhere in San Diego, and some may argue maybe it could be anywhere in the nation. I don't know. I just know that everything's working with my investors and they're extraordinarily happy, and I know how to get contractor crews and how to get everything bid out. I mean, we're flipping homes, so like a 1,200 square foot home, generally a complete rebuild, including the roof, is about $35,000 to $40,000. That's what we're paying. That's what wholesalers pay, and that's what we're doing. Sometimes it can be a little higher if the house needs a little extra work, but $35,000, $40,000, we're rebuilding complete houses, so that keeps our rehab cost way, way, way down. And you have to know how to do those things. You have to know how to cut and chop your expenses on every little incremental step, yet still come out with a very high quality product. And that's the magic of the business, but there is no magic at all. It's experience. So if you're an investor and you want to flip homes with me, you want to flip homes with someone that has the credentials, has the experience, knows what they're doing, and you want to eliminate any and all guesswork, just give me a call. Talk to me. 858-568-6673. Be glad to sit down and have a conversation with you. I'll tell you in advance, I don't accept all investors. I just don't. I mean, right now I have way more properties available than even I can buy myself to flip, and most of the things I'm flipping are not in this state. But if you want to flip homes in San Diego, there's going to be some qualifying questions I'm going to ask you because I typically don't work with new investors. On a rare occasion I may, but typically I don't, because I don't want any scared money. If you got scared money, you do something else. Go put your money in the bank with a 1% savings account, because property investing is not for you if you're nervous. Even though I know what I'm doing, even though I am supremely confident, well-versed, and I've got an outstanding track record, for that reason, I don't deal with scared money. I won't. So if you're a serious investor, or if you're a newer investor but you understand the risk of investing and you're comfortable with it, I will help you invest in property, and I'll show you how it's done, as long as that's not going to be a high maintenance process for me, because that's something I stopped doing 20 years ago. I stopped working with investors that were high maintenance. It's not worth it to me. I deal on a highly professional level. I show you what to do, how to do it. I'm not going to train you, but you're going to experience and you're going to reap the benefits of the profits that are made on these flips. I show you the properties. I'll tell you the price point. I'll put the offer in for you. I'll get the offer accepted. I'll plug a crew into it. I will take care of all the material sets down to the paint chip color of every single room in that house. I do all that for you. If you want to come to me as an investor and you've got your own crews that are going to do the work, with all due respect, don't call me, because you're not going to be able to get the prices as low as I can, and I never know if the quality is going to be where I need it to be. So I take care of everything for you. It's all under one hood. It's all under one roof. It's all done right, and no mistakes are ever made on my property flips. especially my own nor my clients. So Robert Chartier, 858-568-6673. If you are a seasoned, experienced investor, and if you don't come to me, please, all due respect, please don't come to me with scared money. Don't come to me with your kid's college fund, because I've had that happen many times before. That's, even though I'm supremely confident and I know you'll make money, I don't want to deal with you stressing out on me, because there's enough stress just in doing the property flips without any of that nonsense or rubbish. My whole concept of the real estate business in general is zero drama. So if you're an investor, you understand what I'm telling you, and if you're an experienced investor, you already understand what I'm telling you. I'm preaching to the choir. Come to me, prove to me you have XYZ amount of funds. I'll plug you into the properties. I'll take care of the rehab for you. 3.5 to 4 weeks back on the market. In this market, the flips that I'm doing are generally getting top offers at or above market, and if they're flips, they're always a little above the competing market, usually in 7 to 14 days. We're doing it like clockwork right now. Now this business is, for me, it's ultra easy. So give me a call, 858-568-6673. I'll be glad to talk to you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.